So what's up, what's up? We got another episode of the Chronicles. We got Ulysses right here.
Hey, how you guys doing?
He invited us to his spot. We got the students. We're going to ask them a couple questions. So pretty much what I want to do is like let people know the story of how people got started, you know. I feel like it's pretty dope to hear people's stories. And that yours is one too that we want to hear, you know, from the beginning, from how you got started with like the whole, like, what brought you in, what dragged you into the whole haircut industry?
Not having money for haircuts, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, no money at the house for a haircut, so you had to do what you had to do. There was clippers at home.
So you just had clippers at home and you said, you know what, I'm going to clean myself up?
Let's just say all my cousins were cutting each other's hair. My sister was cutting hair. So there was clippers at home. So I was like, hey, I can do that. I can come on hair. I don't gotta be having long ass hair like what I'm trying to do now, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, at least back when I was growing up in high school, from 2004 to 2008, long hair was not the thing. So me lo empecé a rapar. Just hitting it down with a 3, then a 2, down to a 1. And then I started, you know, man, it's like drawing. I drew when I was younger, so I started just fading it. First time I faded it out, I had probably 10 people come up to me, hey, yo, who cut your hair? Myself. They're like, hell no. You couldn't do that. I'm all right, cool. Messed it up probably the 3rd time, had to shave it. I'm sure it happened to everybody.
Yeah, trial and error. That's how everybody gets started. I think you have already the vision. You just go for it and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So what you said, your sister, your cousins, they had like...
There was just a clipper at home.
No,
there was
just
a
kind of
clipper at home.
It ran in the family already.
Nah, it was just a clipper at home and there was no money. So they bought a clipper. My cousins would cut it. They all worked in the field.
How old were you at that
time? 10, 12 when I was seeing them do that. When we lived out of town, so
everything was orchards.
Yeah.
So you had to make it work.
So so they bought a clipper to not be spending money at the barber. And I would just see him on and off. I'd just be in my room drawing, you know, not caring for it. And I didn't pick up a clipper till I was 16, 17.
That's when you started doing it more consistent?
That's when I picked it up for the first time.
Oh, okay.
That's when I was
What about
cool,
like,
let's do this and just chop it down.
When you started seeing yourself doing it more often? Because
from there on, bro, I started cutting it every 3 days myself. I would cut my hair every 3 days from that point on, since I picked it up. And I haven't dropped the clipper since.
What about like when you started picking up more clients, like people asking you, hey, cut my hair?
I started doing that more. People would ask me, and I'm like, yeah, come over. Broke a couple clippers. Mom's always getting mad. Hey, you leaving hair in the bathroom. Hey, you breaking the clippers. Who's gonna buy another one? You know. But it happened. And after that, people just started coming along, bro. Friends would start asking me. Then after I started charging $5. I'm talking $5 for a beard. I'm talking about for eyebrows, design, haircut, and me going to your house.
So everything
included.
And you feel like you were doing that to get more clientele, or just because you had love for the game?
Nah, it's always been love for the game, bro. This was supposed to be my little backup thing, and it wasn't even meant like that. I just started doing it just because I didn't have money for a haircut. Then my sister started going to school for it. She's actually a cosmetologist, and she told me there was a program through the high school that would pay for it. So I went to Moses Lake, talked to Miss Armstrong, which is actually running the CV Tech over there right now, which they have a program still. They're still teaching kids right now.
So you got started with the tech program where you do half high school, half
exactly
technical careers. That's pretty cool. I hear a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so I went through that. You know, thanks to her, she's the one that kind of told me. I went and talked to her summer of 08. I was a senior. I was making up some credits. I was about to turn them in, and she's like, "Man, it would suck if you graduate. That sucks." And I looked at her. I'm like, "What do you mean, lady? I want to graduate." My mom's been, chingando every day, telling me, "Hey, you gotta graduate." And I gotta graduate. What do you mean? She's like, "Yeah, it sucks you're gonna graduate because if you didn't, I would have to pay for all your school." I just looked at her. what do you mean? So she explained to me further. I went and I put 600 hours in the summer. En 3 meses metí 600 horas, going 60 days. So, 60 hours a week. 10 hours, 6 days a week. With my sister, she was driving me because she was going to school too. So I got to actually go to school with my older sister for a little bit. And that was pretty fun.
You put in extra hours?
I was putting in 60 because I was doing, nos daban 10 diarias in school. That was the most possible hours that you could get before. So we were going since they opened till they close. We would open it and close it every day for 6 days a week. We were driving from Quincy to Moses.
And how was that experience when you did that?
I was young, bro. I was 18. I had nothing else to do. So I was like, hey, let's get it. I was loving it.
That's good.
Doing everything from roller sets, washing people's hair. They offered me the cosmetology program, and I tell every kid that's in high school that they should take that program because there's more money in it. There really is more money in cosmetologists. You're able to do everything. But if you love barbering, I would still take the cosmetology because you can still become a barber. All you gotta do is take the class with a straight blade, and that's it. And you have a dual license.
See, for me, I got offered that. I got offered for cosmetology. They told me, there's more money in it. There's more money in
They
dyes.
told me the same thing.
There's more money in
And
colors.
like,
There's
nope.
more money in everything. But I just couldn't do it. I can't see myself like. For me, it really was from the beginning till now the love of the game. It's been like to where, like, I don't see myself doing something. I won't do it. Like, money won't make me do it. But
For
at
me,
the same time, I see how people could use both.
Yeah. See, for me, it's this now. I'm gonna get my dual license for the reason that it's not just more money. I could do more things. I could help more people,
reach more people.
Yeah, you can. And at the end of the game, it's making people feel their best. It's taking care of that client, and not worrying about who's walking into your station, or who's walking into your shop. Because to me, you got to take care of the customer and the client separately. The customer's still over there. He's still sitting on his chair. He's still on his phone, waiting for his turn to be a client in your chair. And you got to take care of that person in your chair first. Because if they're not happy when they leave, they're not gonna come back. And if you're paying attention to too much to who's coming in through your door, you're not paying enough attention to your client. This person that's sitting in your chair.
That's dope. I never heard nobody break that down. So going a little bit more into detail, you're saying the client is the one sitting. It's the individual sitting in your chair.
Yeah, and the
customer is the one waiting to get that service.
Because he's not paying you yet. It's not his time.
Yeah. So you make sure that you devote time to both, or
you greet them, and they could sit down and wait. If they have an appointment, then they should be getting in the chair in no time. So there's really no problem,
Yeah.
But if they're not, and they're walking. Who's paying for your time?
The one in the chair at the time.
So
But you acknowledge both of them.
Yeah, of course you have to.
You see, but that's what I'm trying to get at. That's why I want you to break it down, because I've heard of stories, and even me have had an experience years ago, where because I'm not someone sitting in the chair, I'm just what you said. You said what you use?
A customer.
A customer. They won't even acknowledge you because they're like, I don't know this dude.
That's on a I think more personal level with each barber, how they were brought up and how they were raised. If they have respect and they have that love for the game that you're saying, they got a love for their clients because their clients are feeding them. So they got to take care of each individual customer that comes in, each individual client. They all have their time. I think para todo,
Yeah.
So you gotta greet them in. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Make sure if someone's open, then get them through them.
Yeah.
Because they're open. I hate when barbers are like, "Oh, that's my client." Bro, you're working as a group. You're working
as a
it's
team.
A family.
Yeah, as a team.
If you're eating, everybody's eating, everybody's good. Why are you tripping?
Yeah.
But a lot of barbers get really sentimental with their clients. I say if they're coming into the same shop, they're not cheating nobody.
Yeah, it's the same team.
It's the same team.
Yeah. That's a good mentality to have. I don't think a lot of people out there have that mentality. A lot of people, even though they work in the same location, are going to say, you know what, this is me. Don't touch, don't step on toes. But if you work like that, like you say, like a unit, how we tell the school, you know, like we work as a team.
Yeah.
Hey, one person wins, everybody wins. One person losing, everybody loses.
Yeah, you're only the strongest, your weakest individual.
Exactly.
Man.
I think
you
that's
gotta
dope.
make him better. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the point of breaking him down if you're not gonna build him up?
Yeah, that's a good mentality, man. I think even going back to this is my first time hearing somebody break it down like that from client to customer, because I think the people that walk in your door, you could maybe never seen this individual, but that might be the guy
You
that
still gotta
that,
treat
that
him the same
comes.
way.
Yeah, that might be that might be your next number one client.
I got people from Seattle right now that are doing that. They message me, hey, I'm gonna be out there. Can you get me in?
Yeah.
Of course, come in. I got a dentist from Spokane. Every time he comes in town, hey, can you get me in?
Yeah.
Of course, you got to take care of each person. At the same time, if there's not enough time for everybody, people got to understand that, hey, this person took their time out of their day to make an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking in at the last minute while you were home scratching, you know?
Yeah.
Then that's your own problem. Someone else took their time out of their day to make an appointment with you. To make time, to make sure that you had time for them. That's big. I mean, to me, I appreciate that. I appreciate a client calling me and being like, hey, are you going to be able to do this time?
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't do it, I feel bad. Because I made a commitment with that person.
Yeah. So now we're kind of entering into the topic of walk-ins versus appointments. We had a discussion on this. We had a class on this last week to where we actually split it up, pros and cons on each one. You, as a professional barber, what do you feel? What's your opinion on walk-ins?
I started doing appointments about 2 years ago. Before that, I've been doing walk-ins the whole time.
Why is that?
I felt like walk-ins was like, hey man, first come, first serve. And then I started realizing that at the end of the day, man, you're not gold, you're not chocolate, and your name's not tequila, homie. You can't make everybody happy. So once you start doing appointments, you become a little bit more exclusive. The people that want to be in your chair, hey Coco, are the people that are gonna make the time to call you and message you and be like, hey, do you have time for me? Because at the same thing as they're a person, you're a person. You got a life outside the shop. You got things that happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
You could be sick. Your kids could be sick. You could have an appointment or something that you had to go do. And they got to understand that. Just like you understand that they're busy at work and they just got out at 6:35 and they're making it to your door at 7 o'clock. If you have time to take care of them and you can, please do. But if you don't, then you can't go into that. You know, you got to just keep it pushing.
So you feel like overall, the whole, when you switched up from how long did you cut hair with walk-ins only?
About 8 years.
So you had a long stretch walk-ins only.
Yeah.
2 years so far of appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Which barber experience do you like the best?
They have their pros and cons. Appointments, it's a lot less fishing because you already kind of have them on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Walk-ins is a lot more fishing, you know, because you're waiting for
You don't know.
for the unexpected.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, like before we started the camera, if you're a barber renting a station and you are only focused on the walk-ins and not building a clientele for yourself, you're wasting your time. You can't just expect the walk-ins because it's not gonna rain every day.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's gonna come out, bro.
So you're saying that each individual's got to go out there and
You gotta grind.
you got to make that extra
This
effort
game's
to
a
bring
hustle,
in.
bro, and that's the love of it, you know.
Yeah. The more you grind, the
The more you grind,
better you get paid.
of course, the more people that want to be in your chair. You think A-Rod is taking just any walking out the street?
Probably not.
You think Marcus McPhee, the guy that works there? You think Rob the Original? You think any barber that is making real money is traveling the world because of this? Is taking anybody that's walking up in their chair?
Just random.
No, they're not.
Time
really
is
doing
more
that.
exclusive. Time is more. Okay, so I once heard another barber say that if you take walk-ins, pretty much he was saying If you take walk-ins, you ain't shit. Because that
No,
means,
no.
how do you feel on that?
I feel like you gotta respect both clients, bro. Both customers that are coming in, you know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if that person's gonna be your next client for life.
Yeah.
You never know if that person's the person that's gonna be giving you an extra 20 every cut. You gotta treat the janitor and the CEO the same way.
Exactly. See, because I did walk-ins too for 9 years straight, and I never felt the need to do appointments. You know, it's been like a good year or two that I've been doing appointments, and it switched. I think it's two different games. It's like I was describing to these guys. I feel like it's two different categories. Like walk-ins, like you said, you're doing a lot more efficient. You don't know what you're gonna get. At the same time, though, people know that if you're there, you're gonna make time for them.
Yeah.
And with an appointment, you're kind of restricted. So both have, like we said, the pros and the cons. I think it's just like I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but sometimes I feel like even the appointment game can make you build you a little. The walk-in game build you a little stronger.
They can sometimes. Because
it's unexpected. It's unexpected. You could be flooded. You have to learn to deal with multiple people as opposed to an appointment game. Everything is like kind of structured.
You know what they get.
Yeah, you already know who's coming in, what kind of haircut's gonna get. It's not gonna be no surprises, you know, really.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing about it. You have appointments, and you know there's always gonna be a little time to take a walk-in, to squeeze a walk-in in or whatever. Yeah. That's when you get creative. Yeah. That's what I love doing. I always post online on like, hey, who wants free haircut with design of my choosing, because I'm tired of just doing Seahawks or a star or a diamond or three little lions or here, give me this thing that everybody has that they found on Instagram. I want to do my own art.
Yeah.
What's your stress level between the two on walk-ins and?
I don't stress at all, but that's why I love this. There's no stress on this.
So you think it's kind of balanced out between?
Yeah, bro. I mean, if you're stressing on anything, bro, and you're not enjoying the moment and not loving what you're doing, you're missing out.
So it's all the same to you?
It's all the same, bro. As long as you're paying your rent at the end of the month, that really don't matter.
Yeah, makes sense.
Get it how you can.
So, all right. So these guys are obviously students, and when you were in their shoes, what kind of advice would you give to yourself? Pretty much, you can look at them now and say, you know, when I first started, I wish I would have known this. I wish I'd have done this differently. What would you say? What's
shear work. If you got anybody that could teach you real shear work, like a real cosmetology that flips the shears around and does everything, learn that. Parting. You don't have clean partings, you're not gonna have a clean haircut. You know, all those little things, man. It's just practice. I mean, it's perfect practice is gonna make you a better barber. Not just practice, because if you're practicing wrong, then you're not really learning anything. You gotta try to perfect your craft every day, because every haircut's it's a business card. That's your business card right there. Because they're gonna ask someone, hey, who did this? Oh, so and so did it. Bro, he took you up too high back here. There's a patch. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, because I don't want to go there. And especially, look at it like this. If you did a good haircut, they might tell one person. If you did a bad haircut, it's social media, bro. It's social media now. It's not even 10 no more. Because they post it, and you know more than 10 people are going to watch it on their story.
That's true.
So, it's
so one of the main things would be shears. Get better with your shears. Practice your shears.
Shear work is crazy.
That's what I've been trying to learn on more.
Yeah. And that's what I tell these guys is like, I want them to be well balanced. By the time they get out of school, I want them to know a little bit about everything. Yeah, even with designs, like if they say, I don't want to learn designs or I don't want to do designs, I at least want them to know how to make crispy lines, you know, crispy. So if ever you do try to say, you know what, I do want to mess with this design. It seems simple. Then you know how to do crispy lines. Same thing with scissors. Like, I feel like everything, when they come out of school, needs to be on point. And like anything, with time, you get better. Yeah. You know, realistically, there's only so much we can do in barber school. With time, you're going to get better. You know, the barber school is the foundation that's going to build you to be stronger.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, it's going to be up to the barber. If they want to get better, if they want to learn, what they want to do with their time. It's an individual course, you know. It's a beautiful career, bro, and it's all up to you how far you want to take it, how many hours you want to grind, how many clients you want to take, you know.
See, I think that's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah.
Is that, like you said, it's an individual grind. You know, if you do, it's like when I tell anybody that says they're interested in going to barber school, I say what's dope about our industry is that it's really up to you.
Yeah, and it's
if
an
you say
art, bro.
I'm not gonna come in today, well, you ain't making no money today.
Yeah.
If you say, you know what, I'm gonna grind from this time to this time, then that's what you're gonna.
I'm gonna be there from 9 to 9. You know, for 3-4 years, and you save your money, right? You know, you're doing things.
That's another big thing is money. I think financially, you know, it's easier since a lot of things are paid cash and you're paid the same day. You could say you get a paycheck every day, as opposed to other people get paid once a week, once every 2 weeks. So, what
you
advice,
get addicted to that, bro.
What advice do you have for that though? For the money wise,
you get addicted to that. You get addicted to the money, to the barber money, in the way that it's not that you make a lot, it's that you make enough every day to pay a bill. Say you got an electricity bill, you go in all day. If you grind it out and you have an alright day, you're gonna be able to make that $100 to go give it cash and go make that payment. So now you're living stress free again. Oh, me llegó this other bill, you know. Now I have the internet. Oh, cause I'm 65. Oh crap. You did 3 haircuts. Oh man, guess what? I have more money to pay my bills now. You're living stress free again. You're not worried about like other people. Man, I gotta wait till Friday to pay these 3 bills that are stacked up. That's what people stress, bro. People are stressing because they have things unfinished. And when you have something unfinished, it's gonna frustrate you because you need it done. And so with barbering, it's more of like, hey, you want something, you work it out, you save up your money until you get it, and you see it slowly build. And it's not fast money. You gotta build your clientele. You really gotta grind it out. You really gotta go out there and push it. You know, push your name. Not only social media, but you know, in person with people. Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. Hey, who cut your hair, by the way? Oh, I'm over here, this and that. I can take care of you. Here's a business card. If you carry a business card with you, and you give it out to people, they might think of you next time they open up their wallet. Oh man, I got my hair's, it's kind of long. Hey, cool. Hey, I might give this guy a try.
Yeah.
Because you already went and you made the first interaction. You already made the first impression with that person. You came up to them, you were respectful, you were well mannered, and you're like, hey, I can take care of your needs. You're not being pushy. You're not being over the top.
Yeah.
You're just offering what you did.
I think that whole money thing goes big because the biggest thing is discipline with money.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I got this 100, I'm gonna go pay this light bill. You could easily say, you know what, I got this 100, I'm gonna go buy those shoes I wanted. I'm gonna go buy that hat. I'm gonna go out to eat.
But it goes back
light
to
bill.
Personal choices.
Yeah, discipline. The discipline, I think that's big for as far as financial goes in this game because you're gonna get paid every day, you know. And if you have the right discipline, you could make bigger moves, as opposed to when you're getting that money. It's temptation, man.
Yeah.
And the discipline is the only thing that's gonna keep you, you know, from making all the wrong choices.
Of course.
So when you first started cutting hair, where was your first barbershop at?
The first time I started cutting, bro, I was cutting in Moses.
An actual barbershop?
Yeah, it was a salon.
Okay.
And then I went to Lupita Salon, which is a school now, with Arturo in Tri-Cities on 7th Street. They're still over there. They got a barber school now, barber beauty school. And then from there, I went with this lady named Lourdes in Mattawa. I was there for like 7-8 months. And then I met that guy, Arnoldo, Genuine Cuts, which was the name of that barbershop. It's already closed down. And then from there, I opened up my own.
Here?
Yeah.
Or, so you kind of bounced around?
Yeah, I bounced around for a little bit. I've been here for the last 10 years in the valley.
So when you kept moving, was it because you were getting better offers on location?
No, it's because I was getting fired. They weren't happy with how much clientele they were getting in the chair no more. So they're like, hey, the only change we've seen was you coming in, so get out.
So you were taking their clientele?
I don't take nobody's clients. Clients decide where they want to sit.
Yeah.
So wherever they decide to sit, bro, I'm open and I'm free, and I decide to sit, bro. You know, they decide to sit with me, and then they decide to keep sitting with me. That's a personal choice the client made.
Yeah.
That's not nothing I did. I only did my job.
So what's been the most difficult part of running your own now that you're running your own?
Nothing, bro, is the same. You're just working for yourself now instead of working for somebody else. I've done it for so long, bro, doing the same paying bills, not stressing about stuff. It's just a routine now. I have enough clientele now build up that I'm paying my bills on time, and I'm able to enjoy some of the walkers that come in to do the signings. I'm able to have more time now to be like, hey, who wants a free design? Who wants a free haircut? Who wants this? Or do little things like sometimes I'll go online and be like, whoever has the last comment before I wake up and get undisposed again gets a free haircut, or gets a $25 the first card, or little things like that. And all it is promoting. All it is just pushing your name out there in front of people.
Yeah.
And you gotta constantly be doing it because people forget that you're even a barber. They'll be like, oh, you're still cutting hair? You're like, what do you mean, bro? I haven't stopped. I've never stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you stopped cutting. And it's because you're not constantly in their face. Like, hey, I cut hair. Hey, I cut hair.
Putting yourself out there more and more.
You have to.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things too is, like you said, your haircut. Every haircut is your best advertisement.
Yeah, it's your business card.
Yeah, that's your best advertisement. Like you said, people ask around, good or bad. They might not tell you why they're asking, but they want to find out who did it. So that's one of the biggest things too, I think, is that human contact still goes out there. I think a lot of people kind of downplay that. Yeah, they downplay like, oh, you know, as long as I post these clean haircuts on social media, I can brush through these haircuts and they're gonna be good.
Let's put it like this, man. I've gone out here to Noble before. Grabbed just a cup of water, been sipping on water, bro, handing out my cards. Security was like, you're in line, let's just stand here at my door and give. Yeah, I am. Nothing you can do about it. It's a public place. It's a public business. Plus, I cut the owner's hair, so he decided he see me doing that. He's like, hey, send me your logo. Next thing I know, I go in there. You put it on the TV. I'm like, hey man, thank you. He's like, yeah, bro, don't worry. He's like, I see what you're doing.
The owner of the
security? Yeah, the owner of the club. He decided to just hit me up and be like, hey, send me your logo. We put it on the TV for free. And that's just because he's seeing me out there handing out cards, handing out cards, handing out cards. And it's like I said, it's that one-on-one time with the client. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, hey, we took care of your last haircut. You start talking to them, you start showing them pictures. If they like your work, they're gonna ask. And even if they don't ask, give them a card. Even if they know where you're at, give them a card. They'll be like, hey, but I already know where you're at. Oh, perfect, you already know what I do. You already know what I could do. Cool, give it to someone else. They don't have to keep it for themselves, but once you give it to them, even if they drop it on the ground, bro, someone's gonna pick it up and look at it. So as long as you're handing them out.
Every dirt's gotta get picked up.
Exactly.
All right, man. Sounds good. I think you kicked down a lot of game, and we appreciate that. Now we just gotta let these people know where they can find you at. Let's see this real quick. Go ahead and let them know.
We're at 35 South Wenatchee Avenue here in Wenatchee, Washington. We're open 7 days a week, from 11 to 7 from Monday through Saturday, and from 11 to 5 on Sundays.
What about you guys? Anything else you want to say?
Nothing. Thank you for the interview, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. This is another episode of the Chronicles. Peace.